Hi friends. Apologies for the messy hair. I just couldn't even fathom putting a heat tool to it one more time this week, so I just gave it a little rinse, scrunched it a bit, and just crossed my fingers that it was gonna be something, and it's something. So if you don't mind me looking like this on camera, then maybe I will do that more often, because oh boy, I don't think my hair can withstand this more frequent upload schedule. So I hope this is tolerable. Okay, so if you watched my last video, which I will link up here, I was trying a bunch of new Colourpop, and I also teased in the intro that I bought something else, but I wanted to save it for a different video. Well folks, this is that video. I am so excited to start a brand new Get the Most Out of Your Palette series with the So Jaded palette. Let's get started. I've been lurking this palette for months, and finally at their 25% off sale, I saw that they had restocked it, so I just went for it. If you're not familiar with my Get the Most Out of Your Palette series, I will leave a link to the playlist up here. I started it pretty much at the beginning of my channel. I wanted to take palettes that I already owned and also palettes that I was purchasing and trying to be more conscious of maximizing the palette to its fullest potential. So I started the series where I did multiple videos on just one palette and just seeing like how much versatility I could get out of one palette. And I felt like because so many of the reviews we see on eyeshadow palettes is usually just using one look or maybe two looks, there just wasn't enough information to warrant a purchase, at least for me. So I wanted to create a series where I got the most in-depth into a palette that I possibly could and show it all to you guys so that you could have an informed decision. It's up there if you want to go check it out. When Colourpop started making these giant eyeshadow palettes, I just thought, like, what better way to test it out? So the So Jaded palette it was. It was the most interesting one. It has some colors in it instead of just an entire 30 pan palette of neutrals. We have those palettes. I think Kathleen Lights must be the most collabed with artist with Colourpop, I'm pretty sure. Also, I did love Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. I still have it. This is really what got me into Colourpop shadows in the first place. She always has a very strong aesthetic, and she creates products with Colourpop that really reflect that aesthetic. So I love the jewel tones. I love that it's cardboard. I haven't even cracked this open, so we're gonna do that right now. 3, 2, 1. Some good shit in there. I feel like this is gonna be a fun series. You've got some neutrals down here, but you also have some dark greens, some cool tone blues, a brow bone shade, some lighter neutrals. Wow, you've got kind of the whole gamut here of fun things to try. Who doesn't love a good jewel tone though? So let's take a look at some of these shades just for fun. Ooh, I didn't even really notice this up close, but it's got this nice mustard shade. We all love a good mustard shade. I really like how this is laid out actually. So let's try swatching a couple of these bad boys. Ooh, let's see. I definitely want to check out emerald. If you didn't know, green is my favorite color. Anyway, let's give these a little swatch. Ooh, that almost feels like a Super Shock, like the way it felt on my finger. Very buttery. Oh, that's actually really stunning and not like what I was expecting. It kind of reminded me of Kaleidoscope, which is in the Dream Street palette. It might not actually be anything like it, but you know, that sort of like duochrome kind of like shifty thing that's, you know, a little bit neutral, but also kind of with blue undertones. Oh no, they're actually quite different. You can see that this one has like a very duochromy shift, and this one does, but it also has way more glitter. I'm always really super wary of these pressed glitters because yeah, they have no binding ingredient, so you kind of have to press them and you need a glitter primer for them. Just careful because like they're probably not actually eye safe. The glitter particles are a bit too chunky. I'm gonna put them on my eye anyway. Really love metallic burgundy shades, but I never know how to use them because they're just a bit too dark. You have to go really smoky. I don't know. Let's see. Where does my heart take me today? Let's go in this direction today and we'll see where that lands us. I'm also trying this new thing where I actually film before I do anything else during the day because I always get stuck on the couch, trying to be a bit more proactive. Let's prime. So I'm a little on the fence about the title of this series. I feel like it is very explanatory, but also I feel like it's a bit long-winded and not very snappy. I know Samantha Ravndal coined the term Project Throwback, and I feel like I could just jump on that wagon, but I'm not reviewing just old palettes. I'm also reviewing more recent palettes as well. So I don't know, Andrew and I were spitballing last night and couldn't really think of anything that was super fitting. So if any of you have any ideas on what to rename this series, leave it in the comments below. Okay, so let's just start by putting something in the crease, shall we? Why don't we start with your gem right here? I feel like that'd be a good transition into carnelian. So let's do this first. It's nice and neutral, a little bit warm. And when I'm initially laying down crease shades, I like to tap first to lay down the initial color. If you swipe around right away, you'll just start getting skips and patches. So to avoid that, I like to press and stamp. Oof, this is nice. Oh, she is blendable, really soft. So effortless though. You see how you can blend by pressing and you don't need to swipe? That took almost no skill at all. Just blended itself. I feel like with the Makeup Geek relaunch, it's very much inspired me to not do such monochromatic looks and really branch out with my color wheel and just try and create looks that are more complementary. Next, we're gonna deepen it up with a little bit of carnelian. I don't know if you can see this, but there is definitely a fallout situation happening right now. This has always been my problem area, so I always have a bit of a hard time blending shadows into this outer corner. Yeah, you can see it right there. That's always a trouble spot for me. Sometimes I'll just take a denser brush and just press color right on top just to make sure there are no holes. Now I want to go back into your gem. Give it a good old blend. And that's when you can start using circular motions. Yeah, and that's good enough for me, you know? No one's looking at my face that close up, except for you guys. But you'll forgive me, right? Right? I feel like so many people are trying to battle hooded eyes, and I feel like I have the opposite problem, and yet it's still a problem because my eyes, I feel like, protrude so much from my face. I feel like that also causes problems. You got this big old curve to try and blend around, kind of creates a little valley that you have to sort of really dig your brush into in order to get a good blend. Every eye shape has its problems. It doesn't mean I have more lid space. Definitely, I'm not complaining about that, but it comes with its challenges. Does anyone else have that problem? This eye definitely worked out better. I kind of went more little by little. Okay, so far I am really liking where this is going. I feel like the blend is really, really good. Do I want to cut the crease? I guess I should, hey. If I'm a makeup channel, I should probably cut a crease every now and then. I feel like that's the rules. But do I want to? No. No, I don't. I don't like cutting the crease. It makes me anxious. And it takes up so much of my day. I've yet to find, you know, the perfect crease brush. I have this one from the Body Shop that feels kind of nice. I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer. I don't think we're going to do full cut. We're just going to do half cut. So before this dries too much, let's go directly into Peridot. I like to just take this teeny tiny brush, just dip back into that warm brown shade, and then you carve out little imperfections. I love these colors together. Now, what I think actually I'm going to do, which I wasn't expecting to do today because I didn't think I was gonna go this far. I think Topaz, this glitter right here, would be the perfect transition just to hit it right in that little 3/4 mark. I'm just gonna take a little bit of glitter glue and tap it into this area right there. Okay, and then I'm just going to dip right into Topaz with my finger and hope for the best. Ooh. I I'm gonna dip into Pearl for the inner corner highlight because it's kind of the only one. I'm going to finish the other eye, put on some lashes, and hopefully by the time I get back to you guys, I won't have glitter in my eyeballs. Be right back. Okay, lashes are on, other eye is done. I'm really loving where this is going. I think it looks super Instagram appropriate. I'm falling in love with this green shade. I think it's absolutely stunning. And the contrast of the warm tones in the crease, just so good. I went ahead and lined my lips off camera. I did a little bit of Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Versatile Chestnut, which is kind of my just go-to dark brown. And then I lightened it a little bit with my favorite lip liner, which is the Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Almond Rose from Maybelline. So before I zoom out, I just want to finish the eye. So I'm going to take Versatile Chestnut again, but I sharpened it so that it's clean. And then I'm just going to run that in my waterline. Oh, I didn't tell you what these lashes were. These are the Hoodie number 23 by Huda Beauty. I felt like they were large enough that if any glitter falls down onto my face, they'll just be able to catch them. So I'm gonna dip back into Carnelian to smoke that out. And then we're going to go back into You're a Gem and really smoke out the lower lash line. Andrew, what's your favorite, what was your favorite alternative title to this series?
I have a list, 1 second. Okay, this is what I got. First one was Palette Possibilities.
Okay.
Palette Possible, pairing your palette. Variety Palette, bang for your buck. Dust off that palette. Palette Profit, Palette Time. Palette Excavation, Palette Exploration. Palette Possibilities again. Palette Imagining, Wonder Palette. Palette Surprise, Dredging the River. Every part of the buffalo. Brush up your palette. Savor your palette. Rigorous Palette, good to the last drop. Using it up. Toothpaste, push your palette. Optimize your palette. Max out your palette. Bramble Pelt.
Bramble Pelt.
Bramble Pelt.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite out of those?
Yeah.
Max out your palette, I guess, is punchy and self-descriptive.
Do you think max out your palette's too edgy?
Max out your palette!
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's a bit too edgy.
Maybe? Optimize your palette, maybe?
Optimize your palette is like the front runner in my head. Anyway, let us know what you think. And if you have better ideas,
Still think toothpaste is solid.
let us know. So we're gonna do things out of order, out of my usual order. And we're gonna do lips because I just feel like I wanna watch the rest of this video back with an actual lip on. Let's go with the other Just a Tint lip crayon that I didn't try. This one is called Cherry Pickin' and it's the darker shade, which I thought would be perfect for this look in general. Just give her a whirl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's some good shit. That is a 90s dream. Let's do some blush. And if you watched the last Colourpop video, you know this is now going to be used all the time. You can't blame me though, right? Because it's everything. Okay, let's bring back an oldie but a goodie just because I haven't played with it in a while. I just wanted to dip into some Milani Luminoso just because I feel like I haven't really given it much attention lately. I think the last thing we need to do before spraying down and putting on bottom mascara is some highlight. And I think I'm going to go whole hog into the Pixi and RachhLoves palette. Let's first dip into tea. Let's spray her down, boys. This is the look all complete and I have to say I love it. I wish I had somewhere to be tonight so that I could rock this look. That green shade, Peridot, it's giving me all the feelings right now. I really should work with complementary colors more often. They play off each other so well. Also, Peridot, the green metallic shade, gave me absolutely no grief whatsoever, no fallout. It went on so smoothly and it gave me payoff right away. Topaz, that glitter, albeit stunning, it is what it is. It's a pressed glitter. it's gonna get messy, it's gonna get everywhere. I really wish Colourpop would start formulating these pressed glitters with more oil or gel or something to hold the particles together so that you could just put it on the eye and know that it would be secure and safe. You know, if I could eliminate using glitter glue altogether on my eyes, that would be a dream. That's what I want from Colourpop next. I'm kind of done with the pressed glitters. They're a mess, they're a pain, and they're also not eye safe. I don't know why they keep including them. I want to see eye safe glitter with some sort of binding agent. We all know that warm neutrals are pretty easy to formulate, but I don't know. I mean, like, it was almost too easy. I'm super happy with how this turned out. I just think that it was so much fun to create. This palette is just giving me so many vibes and so many ideas, and the way that she's laid it out, it really does kind of do it for you. I mean, all we had to do was look across and down and we instantly get a look. And then you can see where the eye travels and it takes you to places. You can really craft something just by looking across and down from the shade that you really want to work with the most. And I certainly thought that this palette was going to fall victim to the pop effect, especially seeing that green in there. I kind of thought, well, what's that gonna go with? But I'll eat my words. This makes me very hopeful. I cannot wait to create something else for you guys, and I have a feeling it's gonna be completely different from what we did today. I love a versatile palette. We stan. I'm happy to leave it here today, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. All right, folks, here is how you can help out with my channel. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought. You can subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on other social media. I will leave that right there. And you can check the Patreon link down below. And that's all I gotta say. You know, try to be a little snappier with these outros. All right, folks, be kind and be generous, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.